Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Dreamers Game 1, where we are playing Yomi. This is turn 50, not turn 49. So, we lost turn 49. I don't remember why we lost 49. I think I was out of town at that point. And that I had asked for an extension, but something had happened, or I don't remember. Either way, we don't have the save for turn 49. But that's okay, because not really much has happened. I can give you a very brief synopsis of what happened for turn 49. We did a lot of site searching, we did a little bit of forging, and we moved armies towards fucking Hinam's territory, because we had the big battle in Flemistan, where we defeated Hinam's main Rephite army, and that was that. So, not a whole lot happened in turn 49, so no worries there. What has happened in turn 50? Or I guess from turn 49. Anyways, Alteration 6 has been researched. Yay! Okay, so that's good. We now have End of... what is it? End of Weakness, I believe is what it's called. Was the main focus for getting to Alt 6. We're going to head up Conjuration 6 now. Actually, that's probably going to change, but we'll see. We have a bunch of remote searches. Haruspex finds a Farm of Plenty, but that's just a supply site, so no big deal there. Nothing with the probing, nothing with Dark Knowledge, nothing with another Haruspex. Voice of Apsu finds nothing. Did some reanimation. Another Voice of Apsu finds nothing. Unfortunate. So not being very lucky as far as things go from the site searching side of things. We've got a couple of battles versus Hinam. Hinam, and I think nah, fuck it. We don't have a lot else going on, so we might as well watch battles. We've got, so Hinam has kind of turned to using more Mel carts for raiding, counter raiding, than they have been in the past. So this Mel cart is going to be able to smash through this, but we want to see what he's got. So Blessing, Iron Skin, Timber Flesh. So a very modest a blessing. But he is pretty strong. So this would be something that I would be hesitant to send a Dione up against, right? If only, like, the only reason I might consider it is because, right, we do have an interesting bless. We do have the affordance of, like, regeneration, and we've got a spirit form that the Melkart does not. Salas and Relothia. We attack in Cormark. I think this is Kotaro. Yep, so this is Kotaro up against a single PD. So this will be nothing. Earth Power, Fire Shield, and Whop. Nice. So win in Cormark. We get to witness Hinam fighting Lanka in Runia. And this is, again, this is what we can expect to really face off against, right? Rephite armies, a bunch of Amis. Not Rephite armies. Long dead Rephite armies is what I meant. And a bunch of Amis. So, undead, bunch of mages. This is what we're expecting to have to face off against. There's a small Rakshasa force here. Let's see what he's using. We have Gift of Flight coming out. He's flying some of his people, looks like. Or is that happening on the other side? Nope, that's happening on this side. A single Rephite is flying? Okay, that's interesting. Seems very strange. That Rephite's just gonna get smashed. Yeah, basically. But I do think this force from Lanka is just too small to go up against this force, right? Like, these Rakshasas hit real hard. Ooh, that was a really good sleep that hit those Rakshasas. Oof. Wow. Alright. That's pretty much it. So, lost some long dead Rephites, lost some actual Rephites. These guys are 130 gold a pop, so that is not a trade that I really want to take. Absolutely not. We attacked in Eagle Reach Mountains. Again, just kind of raiding around. Very small raiding force. This group has been attrition down pretty heavily. But fortunately, most of Hinnom's places don't only have like 1 PD in them now. So we can actually still do this and be successful. So, Hinnom has countered in Osteen with a little chunk of Rephites. And this is a big deal. So this is Tokomochi. No! Right? So we've talked about, wanting to focus on Tokomochi, getting Tokomochi out of the Hinnom lands, like surviving his I don't know, almost kind of like Hannibal fucking marching around Italy, type scenario. Like, that's what I have in my mind here. It's just like, I really want to get Tokomochi out of this, but I don't know if that's going to work. Got an Air Elemental, which is able to do significant damage to us. These guys are nasty because they can just stomp around. Oh shit, there's so many Air Elementals. We're fucked. Oh, we're so fucked. No. See, I think this is what Hinnom should have been doing against us from the very beginning. Like, when he sent that army of 50 Rephites, it should have had 15 to 20 fucking armies that were air armies and maybe some fire armies and some astral armies. Should have had some astral armies there to soul slay our Diones, and he should have had a bunch of fucking air elemental spammers to every big battle just sit there and 5-10 air elementals would absolutely change the outcome of a battle. Absolutely. Because this force, I do honestly think Tokomochi's force here, if it had run up against just these Rephites, we saw what Aka-Onis and Ko-Onis do against Rephites. They butcher them. But the air elementals, the trample just fucks with the Ko-Onis. And we're also getting hit by fucking the Ketasats in the back. Now, Tokomochi is going to start murdering them, so there's that. That's good. Maybe? Okay, he's back on the Amis. That's nice. But I don't know that Tokomochi is going to be able to pull this out on his own. Okay, both Amis dead. Ketasat dead. We've basically lost all of our demons at this point, unfortunate. And Yomi is routed. So Tokomochi flees the field of battle. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. That was in Osteen. Tokomochi the Dione, together with 4 units under his own command, retreated successfully to Earthshore Desert. So, he is not dead yet. He's just maybe trapped. We're not sure. But in the fight, he was able to kill, the Amis, which were the issue there, right? The air elemental spammers. And the Rephite warriors were honestly like, they were not that big of a deal. So, unfortunate loss, but not as bad as it maybe could have been. Sad to lose this little roving army, though. It did so much work going through Hinnom's territory. It absolutely did. We've got counters in Troll Woods. I think this is up against just PD, so no big deal. And that's that. So, we have a ratio of 2 wins and 3 losses this turn. But we didn't lose Tokomochi, and that's what really matters. So, Jot that down real quick. What else do we have going on for this battle? We've got a couple of events. Spirit of Summer has awoken early in the Earthshore Desert. So just some stuff. In Scardian Vale, we have a rebirth effect, and this one I actually checked. This is a rebirth effect. I'm not reading population 210 when it's actually gold 210. My bad. We have an ancient magical bird of wondrous colors was found. Small gems were hidden in its feathers. So we got some air, water, and earth gems. Very nice. And then we got bad omens, so misfortune in Belfield. So really for this turn, it looks, and this is so weird to me. I don't know why they do this. I guess technically it's not a part of the events, but I feel like it should basically be a part of the events. So it looks like we've got +1 air, 5 water gems, and 4 earth gems. But we also got an unexpected hero this turn. We got Kurofumi, the Master of the Shadow Blossom. So that's really, really cool, and we'll take a look at Kurofumi here in just a second, actually. But Kurofumi added to the events list, because I think that's where that really should go, truth be told. Like, heroes should go there. Did a lot of patrolling, trying to get our shit under control, because we've had to patrol so much stuff down, but it's going to take a little bit. Kurofumi, let's take a look at him. Kurofumi, the Master of the Shadow Blossom, is a really interesting mage for Oni. He is unique. You only get one of him. But his big shtick is not just that he is very high death. He is very high death, but it's not just that he's very high death, but it's also that he's blood, and that he's decent earth, and that he's a little fire. Basically, he's got a very large spread and very deep death, so you can use him for a lot of different things. Very specifically, he is the easiest way that Yomi breaks into vampires. And we were talking earlier about the concept, not earlier on this video, but earlier on in the game, the concept of wanting to run up blood for vampires. And this guy is the guy that can make that easier, right? So definitely potentially an option that we are going to take with him. Very excited to get him. He's very, very cool. So yeah, sweet. He's just a strong Deathcaster, basically. What are we doing this turn? First things first, we are claiming a throne. So, boom, we are claiming the Golden Throne this turn. And, ow, I just died. My god, what happened? There should be no real, like, counter to this or anything like that, so I just figured it's something to point out. We are claiming the Golden Throne this turn. Golden Throne going to give us 200 extra gold per turn, which we are in dire need of. And it's going to give us access to Adepts of the Golden Order, which are potentially kind of cool. We could get Astral 3 with them. Only problem is they are relatively expensive, 230 gold, and they are quite expensive from an upkeep standpoint, 184 gold per year. So we really don't have the income to be doing this just yet, but we might try to pull and grab a couple of them. Trying specifically, really, is what we're going for, is trying to get the Astral 3, or trying to get Astral Earth for Crystal Gear could be nice. So that's a pretty decent option for them as well. What else are we doing? We are putting a temple in Golden Fens. So infrastructure +1 temple. Boom. And why are we doing that? Mostly we are just doing that because Golden Fens is kind of a crappy population center anyways. It does have an enchanted gate, which is nice. But really what we're looking for is another place close by to Helheim that we can start generating Oni in, right? We have Oni pits here in Strongdale that we're trying to put together, Iron Caverns, Mysia, a little bit in Kodal Swamp, right? It would be nice to have something going on in Golden Fens. Golden Fens is a swamp, so it's not a mountain or a cave. or a highlands, so it's not going to give us special ones or anything like that. But getting a temple there to generate some Oni still potentially a good idea. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if we're gonna get any at all, but yeah, we'll see. So, I mean, what I mean by that is I don't know if this is gonna be around long enough to generate any real amount of free spawn before it's dead and gone, basically. So we'll see how that goes. What else are we doing? We are still under crazy unrest in Yomi. And still relatively low income across the board. So we don't have a lot of income. We are recruiting where we can, right? Some demon generals here or there. And not really much else, unfortunately. Maybe some lizard shamans. Yes, continuing with lizard shamans. So, is what it is. If we can get our unrest controlled back in Yomi, I think we'll pop back up to around 1400 income, and then if we can take, the Hinnom territories over the course of the next 10 turns, I think that's really going to do a lot to pad out our income. So fingers crossed there. Maybe we'll see things change in the near future. I'm going to throw this out there. I really do think that the income malice on Yomi is really extreme. Like 25% of your income, I think, is maybe more than Yomi. I get that part of it's trying to like mess with Yomi's abilities since they have such strong super combatants and they have pretty good spell paths and they can generate pretty decent free spawn. I get all that, but 25% is kind of crazy. I do feel like 15% probably would be perfectly fine. Anyways, moving right along. We have a number of rituals. They're all site searches. So we're doing an augury, we're doing 2 voice of Apsus, we're doing an auspex, we're doing 2 gnome lores, we're doing 2 arcane probings, and we're doing 4 haruspexes. So a bunch of site searching. And really, we're doing that. I've talked about this again. We're so close to just finishing off all of the site searching in our heartlands, right? I'm just trying to knock that out as quickly as possible, right? It does impact our research speed just a little bit. By the way, our research is doing okay. We're getting pretty good research, but it's gonna. I'm hoping that we're going to get some freaking dividends out of this, right? Get up to like 10 nature gems, up to 10 astral pearls, actually get some fire income and some air income because we barely have any at all there. Maybe get some water income. Dear Lord Jesus, I can't, I feel kind of like mind boggled at how bad I feel like our income is. For the fact that we're in an early age, right? Like, it feels like our income is abysmal for the early age. Yes, we've got really good earth. Yes, we've got really good death. Or decent earth and death, right? But, no, I said, we've got good earth and death. We've got decent astral, and I guess kind of okay nature, but everything else is kind of trash. And we're starting to get to the point to where we're feeling it, because at this point in the game, right, I'm looking at research goals and I'm like, okay, where can we go? What can we focus on? What is our path to potential victory? I don't know if there is one. And I'm sitting here, I'm going, okay, end of culture, right? Like, we put up end of culture, we start to spawn the shit out of Oni, except I don't have the fucking fire gems. I don't have the fire gems. I won't have the fire gems for ages and ages and ages, and even when I do, I'm only gonna have base fire gems, so anyone so much as blinks at that and it's gone, right? Okay, what else can I do? I could go for something like Earthblood Deepwell, Riches from Beneath combo, that type of scenario. But we already got Riches from Beneath up on Ubar, so that's already gonna be a pain in the ass fight over there, but that's potentially an option. Only the problem with that is we don't have good earth path, right? We have Earth 3, we can get up to Earth 4. We don't have a great Earthblood Deepwell caster, you know? So I think what we're looking at is we're either looking at vampires for Curse of Blood, or we're looking at Well of Misery, Wraith Lords, or Well of Misery, Lichcraft, right? Like that type of concept. And I guess technically we don't have to have Well of Misery for that, but Well of Misery is that scenario of like, it's a return on investment type scenario. But we have no ability, right, to look at things like Dai Tengus right now, because we have no air income. None of our Tengu options are really options because it's either all air or it's nature. And our income for either one of those is abysmal, right? It's rough. We are in a really rough position when it comes to gems. And I know some people are going to tell me, okay, well, yeah, but you'd have more of a bank on your gems if you weren't using the fucking remote site searching spells. And you're absolutely correct. I know that. I will quibble and I'll say banks only matter so much. What really matters is income. So I do think, you know, I would rather use the remote site searches in the off chance of better efficiency, because we have really bad efficiency with our mages already, right? For research, I would rather do that, and also I would rather just hope that we can actually find better sites through remote site searching. But I do get that it is a loss. Regardless, though, even at that scenario, we still have really bad gem income. So it's kind of a nightmare situation, and I'm very sad about it. I'm hoping that as we take some of Hinam's territory, we can actually find, right, more nature gems and fire gems and things like that. It looks like nature, especially, will be a potential option. By the way, throw that out there. Yeah, right, we have 2 air gems, both from Hinam territory. And it's not like we have searched there, haven't 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 searched there. We have searched there, so we have 2 places. 3. Our site searching for air is so abysmal. My god. I'm gonna be auspexing every single turn in the hopes that we actually can do something. That we can actually get lucky here. Fuck. I should have been... I'm sitting here like... Owl Quills? We did Owl Quills for like 20 turns. We could have auspexed instead. And maybe actually had an air income. I feel very upset about that. Anyways, moving on. Forging, we are doing 2 Lightless Lanterns this turn. We are doing a Skull Staff this turn. Very nice. And we are doing an... Are we? My notes say I'm doing an Owl Quill. I'm doing an Owl Quill. Apparently I'm doing an Owl Quill. Apparently I feel like I have enough... I don't feel like I have enough air income to be doing an Owl Quill, but apparently I made the decision to do an Owl Quill. We're doing 2 Lightless Lanterns, a Skull Staff, and an Owl Quill. That seems like a strange idea. I just complained that our air income is really bad, and I'm using it on Owl Quills. I don't think I agree with Past Me. Although I know obviously we're trying to boost up our research as best we can, but I don't think I agree with Past Me. Anyways, moving right along, I don't think that there is too terribly much to discuss. All of this movement is just basic moving Dionis around movement, patrolling in areas, etc., etc. Excepting that we are attacking Jibero this turn. And we are trying to get Tokomochi out, so we are sending Kotaro and Tokomochi into Osteen in the hopes that we can kind of pull Tokomochi out. We're going to try to take Shambolic as well, to try to just run Tokomochi out of Hinam territory. And I'm hoping, that Hinam's not going to be trying to, cap this one Dione over here. He seems like he's consolidating his forces in his capital for some big final battle, which makes sense. And we'll see how that goes. Other news, world news, Lanka has taken Agartha, so there's that. Oh yeah, this is something that happened that we didn't talk about. On turn 49, I believe, Helheim attacked Light Hills, and they took it the following turn. So, popped it and took it from Ubar really, really fast. And this is starting to get to the point of dangerous, right? Like, Helheim already has 3 thrones capped. This is a new throne under their belt, so throne 4. And this is the point where everyone in the game is kind of like, he is at war with Ubar. If he's able to get down to Akirna and take that, or over to Kaz Dupar, we have a nap. I'm considering. I have been approached by several individuals to end my nap with Helheim and go to war with them, because people are basically saying that they're going to end the game very quickly if we don't do something about that. I am somewhat concerned that if I end my nap and go to war with Helheim, that I'm going to hasten the end of the game by just giving them Pistina. So I'm trying to consolidate forces in and around the area in order to be able to respond to Pistina, or to be able to do something with Helheim. So we're gonna see. I'm considering it, and I'm gonna try to make a decision between now and the next turn, basically, as to whether or not I'm gonna try to go to war with Helheim. So especially since such a big portion of our forces is over here in Hinam's territory, seems like going to war with Helheim would be a bad idea. That's going to be it for the turn. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.